Right now, an annual Prairie du Sac tradition makes its return, proving this state is #1 at #2. Plus, local artists coming together today to showcase their original work for Pale Lies Art in the Park. But first, the Badgers are back. You can see plenty of red and white right now. Our Andrew Banster will join us live from Camp Randall to give us a glimpse at all that excitement. But first, meteorologist Julian C. writes in to give us our game forecast. Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm McKenna Alexander. Kickoff's just a few minutes away with plenty of people getting ready to head out the doors. Julian, with all those Badgeralls, well, they need to be covered with ponchos tonight.
Well, the good news is, McKenna, they do not necessarily need it, but we do have to be mindful of seeing a stray shower. Taking a look at our forecast for the Badgers home opener, good news is, folks, things are going to stay rather quiet throughout the course of the game. From kickoff to the fifth quarter, we're going to stay mainly dry. Cloud cover is going to stick around with those temperatures into the 60s. Folks, it's going to be a nice, cool kickoff for us. Now, taking a look at our radar, the showers themselves have pretty much moved south and out of the area. We can't rule out a possible spot-up shower, but it will be very brief and very isolated, where 98% of us, if not 99, are going to stay dry throughout the course of the nights. Now, take a look at the last 24 hours. Some areas, especially near Lone Rock, had seen some significant rainfalls. We had some heavy rainfall totals pushing in from storms from this morning into our early afternoon. And around Madison, we had just a little bit over a quarter of rainfall at the airport, but some areas in Dane County did see a bit more. Now, taking a look at what we're seeing just outside of the capital as of right now, as I mentioned, overcast is going to hold firm throughout our skies for tonight. Today, our high was 74 degrees. Thanks to the cloud cover and the rain that we saw and the cold front that's now sweeping through, temperatures are going to remain on the mild and cool side throughout the course of the nights. Looking ahead, this is how we're going to plan things out for us. By the time we get into midnight, we'll be into those lower 60s, but some nice breezes from the northeast will remain until they shift to the east-northeast coming in later into tonight. Temperatures around southern Wisconsin as of right now, 69 in Madison, 72 in Janesville, and 69 as well for Platteville. Many of us are into the upper 60s and to the middle and lower 70s, but the wind speeds still a bit breezy for some areas. This will be for Madison, Janesville, and Platteville in itself, where we're holding into the teens as of right now from that northeasterly track. And that's also where we're seeing that cold front starting to sweep its way through. Dew points have also switched as we've get into the middle 50s and the upper 50s near Dane County. But the Labor Day forecast, we got to talk about the holiday coming up in just a few moments. We won't give it to you just yet, but stick around and we'll have all you need to know in just a few moments. Until then, back to you, McKenna. All
right, thanks, Julian. Game day right now for Wisconsin and Illinois State kicking off the season. Fans are still making their way in from the tailgate lots to their seats. Our Andrew Banstra joins us now from outside Camp Randall. Andrew, how are things looking out there?
The Badger faithful have been waiting a long time to jump around at Camp Randall. 288 days, in fact, but it's finally here. It's college game day. Badger fans of all ages flooded the streets in celebration, grilling, drinking, and in excitement for this brand new season the Badgers are taking. A brand new season and a brand new ranked Badgers team have stirred up excitement that you'd have to see to believe.
The energy is absolutely unreal. I mean, it's a stadium full of 80,000 people jumping around. It's like a mini earthquake.
Wisconsin is a heavy 37.5-point favorite against Illinois State in the season opener. The Badgers are the winningest program in Power 5 to start the college football era without making the CFP. They'll look to change that this season. The Badgers will play right here at Camp Randall for each of the next 3 weeks before hitting the road on September 24th at Ohio State to open Big Ten play. At Camp Randall, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Now.
I can hear the cheering. You better go join him, Andrew. Thank you.
I bet probably other people think that this is like the weirdest tradition ever.
But if you've been growing up here your whole entire life, it's not really that weird.
Not really that weird. Well, today marks the return of the Wisconsin State cow chip throw, a Dairyland tradition that's been around since 1975. Our Catherine Mark tells us more about what the event means to the Prairie du Sac community.
It doesn't get much more Wisconsin than this.
That one's good.
At Wisconsin's state cow chip throw, they say some of the best things in the state come from the dairy air.
Basically, we throw cow chips, and yes, it really is dried cow manure.
These are what the cow chips look like. A whole lot of cow manure turns into a whole lot of fun here.
It's a tradition that you throw, and whoever gets the farthest, you win, and there's like nationals for it, I think.
Not really many people get to throw poop.
Maybe in other states, something like this wouldn't make much sense.
Are you guys like not grossed out by that?
No, it's Wisconsin.
The event says a lot about America's Dairyland. Not just the crappy things.
It is mushy.
But the wholesome parts as well.
It's really brought the community together as a whole. How can you not have fun when you're talking about cow chips?
Reporting from Prairie to Sac, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
And some more local news tonight. Making its return since 2019, Labor Fest is back here in Madison on Monday. The event will have plenty of food, live music, and even COVID vaccines if you haven't gotten yours yet. And this year, a donation drive will also take place during the event, collecting items and gift cards for Madison area students that are homeless. SCFL is requesting any type of gift card, small bottles of laundry detergent, deodorant, and some school supplies, including colored pencils, markers, composition books, flashcards, and pocket folders. You can drop those off anytime during Labor Fest, which runs from noon to 5:30 at Madison's Labor Temple. In some continuing coverage, the man accused of killing a teenager and injuring 4 others during a stabbing spree in late July made his first court appearance on Friday. John Lauritsen was there and brings us the story.
Wearing handcuffs and an orange jumpsuit, Nikolai Mew appeared in St. Croix County Court to determine if there's enough evidence against him to proceed with the trial. He listened with little expression, while Isaac Schumann's friends and family filled the courtroom behind him. Witnesses say Mew was in the Apple River on July 30th wearing goggles and a snorkel. A group of tubers accused him of looking at young girls underwater, but Mew told investigators he was looking for a missing cell phone. Lieutenant Brandy Hart says witness cell phone video shows Mew approaching the group and then walking away.
The group was yelling, "Go, get away, get out of here."
She says Mew is then confronted by tubers and is accused of hitting one of them. Lieutenant Hart says the video then shows other members of the group hitting and pushing Mew, at which point he begins to stab people with a folding knife.
The camera pans around the river. The scene becomes pretty chaotic. There's victim 1 is in the river being tended to by another individual. Victim 2 is clutching his abdomen and his intestines are out, and the river water is red.
Prosecutors say Mew escalated the situation by approaching the group and later stabbing 5 people. 17-year-old Isaac Schumann died on scene, and 4 other people were stabbed in the torso and later hospitalized. Mew's attorneys argue that he was surrounded by the group, threatened and assaulted, and he ultimately acted out in self-defense. A knife believed to belong to Mew was later recovered by officers on the riverbank.
Given that testimony, the judge says there is enough evidence to move forward with a trial. Mew has been charged with 1 count of first-degree intentional homicide and 4 counts of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. He's due back in court on Thursday. Still tonight at 6, it's important to stay hydrated, and the right water bottle can help you do just that. Consumer Report shares some of the top options available. Coming up next on News 3 Now.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Labor Day preview sale is going on now. Save up to 40% off clearance and special buy appliances. Plus pay no interest for 36 months. And guaranteed 5-day delivery on in-stock items. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley, off the Beltline and East Springs Drive.
T-Mobile has 5G here, and we also cover you up here. Yup. Get free Wi-Fi now with streaming all flight long. We do coverage differently with expanded high-speed data across the world. So you're connected here, and here, not yet. But down here, you're covered with a year of AAA roadside assistance on us. On the ground, in the air, or overseas, T-Mobile has coverage beyond the expected.
Wisconsinites don't back down from hard work. We got self-starters and never-stoppers. Folks who help feed a nation. Pioneers in innovation. Teachers and third-shifters like my parents. You deserve a senator who protects your jobs, not one who sends them overseas. I work to bring manufacturing back home so we can make things in Wisconsin again. When we harness what we have, we can change where we're going. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Aleve X. Its revolutionary rollerball design delivers fast, powerful, long-lasting pain relief. Aleve it and see what's possible.
News 3 Now is always on.
Download the Channel 3000 app and you'll have access to the News 3 Now newsroom in the palm of your hand.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is happening right now. Save up to 78% off clearance items, plus fast delivery on millions of in-stock products, and low monthly payments with special financing. It's the Labor Day sale, and it's happening now, only at Ashley.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Plenty going on this weekend with local and regional artists showing off their talent in pale light. The Southern Wisconsin Art Guild is hosting Art in the Park, and if the crummy weather kept you today, there's another opportunity tomorrow. So original artwork, including jewelry, paintings, ceramics, and photography, is all on display, with guests braving this morning's conditions to get some unique works.
It never rained really hard, but it was steady for quite a while, and still people were here in their raincoats and their umbrellas, and so I think it's been a good show for the artists.
If you missed out today, you can check out some of the artwork for yourself tomorrow. Art in the Park runs from 10 in the morning until 5 at night at Paoli Park. You can find more information online at paolaartonthepark.com. Student loan companies are reportedly overwhelmed with refund requests after President Biden announced his forgiveness program. Despite the pandemic pause, many borrowers continue to make student loan payments, and now they're wondering if they can get that money back. The answer for many is yes. While most of the 42 million people covered by the pause did not make payments, about 9 million kept paying. It's not clear yet how much of the Education Department's $1.6 trillion portfolio of loans will be affected yet, but experts do say many borrowers should be able to get refunds of up to $10,000 in federal student loan debt. Are you drinking enough water? I know I'm not. Chances are you're not as well. And a reusable water bottle can help with that. But finding the right one can be a bit of a tall order. Teresa Panetta from Consumer Reports checked out reusable water bottles and gives us the lowdown on the best kind for kids, the gym, and everything in between.
Whether you're heading back to school, running errands, or starting up that new workout routine, getting your daily water intake while you do it is key. But finding a good reusable water bottle can be tricky.
You want a water bottle that makes it easy to stay hydrated. So we looked at a lot of different bottles and a lot of different key factors, like whether a bottle leaked, how easy it was to clean and tote around, and how it handles drops and falls.
Easy to clean is relative. It could mean dishwasher safe, or just a bottle without a lot of pieces with hard to reach areas. Take this Camelback for kids. It's completely leak and spill proof, thanks to a straw piece that doesn't detach. But that piece is also a bit more challenging to clean. If that's a deal breaker, this budget-friendly Contigo strikes the right balance between kid-friendly and easy to clean. If durability is your main concern, look no further than these Yeti Ramblers. Both the 12-ounce bottle for kids and the larger 18-ounce size are nearly indestructible, keep drinks cold for more than 36 hours, and are super easy to clean.
The Yeti is a pretty solid and heavy water bottle, so if you've got smaller kids or you want something that's really easy to tote around or like take to the gym, you might want to consider something lighter.
For example, this Hydro Flask weighs less than a pound, keeps your water cold, and fits perfectly into most cup holders. If ice-cold water isn't a top priority, CR says you can save some money and score this 26-ounce sun-dried water bottle. It offers a silicone mouthpiece that's easy to drink from and clean.
If you're cycling, Consumer Reports experts also checked out water bottles designed to fit into a bike's water cage. They say you should make sure the bottle fits snugly into the cage, but not tight enough to where it's difficult to grab while you're in motion. A bottle that's lightweight and insulated also helps make the journey a little bit more pleasant. Coming up on News 3 now at 6, the launch of NASA's new moon rocket is once again a no-go. How a small leak could force the launch to be delayed for several weeks. And Julian's tracking the potential for storms tonight. His full forecast is just ahead.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient, full-line automaker. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It just gives you such a boost of confidence.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexaderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home. I had the timer on, and we were screaming. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. These lines bother me. They really do. And this is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
So this would be a daily thing, or
it absolutely could be a daily thing, but the way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
Take action this Labor Day with the Plexaderm 10-minute challenge. Try it now for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit getplexaderm.com or call the number on your screen.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
NASA has stopped a second attempt to launch its massive new moon rocket, Artemis 1, on an unmanned test mission. That's after discovering a liquid hydrogen leak. Crews spent the morning trying to fix the issue, but were still unsuccessful. Gloria Pazmino has more from the Kennedy Space Center.
Launch Director Charlie Blackwell-Thompson calling a scrub for the day here at the Kennedy Space Center Launch Complex.
For a second time, NASA's Artemis 1 launch into space is scrubbed. A liquid hydrogen leak found in the 322-foot-tall rocket caused a no-go recommendation. But on Friday, officials were confident about Saturday's launch attempt.
We have convinced ourselves without a shadow of a doubt that we have good quality liquid hydrogen going through the engines, and there's no fuzz on that.
So it was after a full morning of troubleshooting and trying to fix that hydrogen leak that NASA finally decided to call it off.
Following the announcement, NASA Administrator Bill Nelson shared his thoughts about the mission, saying part of the space program is to be ready for scrubs.
When it's ready, we don't go until then, and especially now on a test flight, because we're going to stress this and test it and test that heat shield and make sure it's right before we put 4 humans up on the top of it.
That's one of the reasons for this principal mission. It will be the start of a program that will aim to send humans back to the moon for the first time since 1972. NASA's other goal is to eventually send crews to Mars. But for now, rocket fans will have to wait a third time to witness the start of a historic launch. From the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, I'm Gloria Pazmino reporting.
So if the rocket is rolled back into the building, Artemis 1 won't have another launch opportunity until October, with experts saying mid-October will be most likely due to the launch pad scheduling. Well, I don't know much about being an astronaut, but I know that we probably could not have launched a rocket here today with our weather, Joey.
Definitely not, especially with the storms that rolled in earlier through our morning into our afternoon hours. But the good news is we might see a shower in some areas, but overall things are going to stay rather dry for us, but cloudy conditions are going to stick around for tonight. We're going to drop to around 56 degrees for us. Some fog is looking to develop overnight as well, but as we look at our temperatures overnight, planning it out, folks, it's going to be rather comfortable. comfortable in terms of our surface temperatures. 59 degrees in Janesville and Platteville apiece, but many of us are going to be rather uniform into those upper 50s as we head in throughout the course of tonight, and a bit less cloud cover for our friends to the northwest. Taking a look at Dane County in itself, just outside of Madison, you can see around Cross Plains and Wanakee, a bit more cloud cover is going to dissipate, so we're looking at temperatures to be into those middle and upper 50s. So again, rather comfortable. But taking a look at our radar, this is the best part. We're not looking at much in terms of showers any longer, but we did see a healthy dose of some rain over the last 24 hours. Just for Madison, especially near the airports, we had accumulated just over a quarter of an inch of rainfall, but you can see just northwest of the airport, areas had seen some heavier rainfall, especially just outside of Baraboo, where we were looking at thunderstorms throughout the course of the early morning hours and going into our early afternoon. But taking a look at what we're seeing for our surface map, the cold front, which is sweeping through, is bringing very comfortable conditions to the upper Midwest, especially as we get into the rest of tonight. Now, that low had brought in a couple of showers and some thunderstorms. Nothing severe, but we did get a healthy amount of some rainfall for our morning and afternoon. But now this high pressure system is going to keep things rather dry. So let's go ahead and plan out how that's going to shape up everything else for us. Labor Day forecast. Temperatures are going to feel pretty good. Middle 70s by the time we get into our afternoon, and we're going to remain into those 70s throughout our afternoon hours. So it's going to be great weather to just get outside and enjoy the holiday and our small remnants of summer that is left. Outside of that, varying cloud cover, but it's going to be pleasant holiday weather. Walking through what we're going to be seeing throughout the course of tonight's cloud cover is going to stick around for the southern Wisconsin area, but then as we go into the overnight hours, start to see a bit of some break and a bit more development as we go into tomorrow as well. But planning out the rest of our Sunday morning into our Sunday afternoon is what things are going to be looking like. Again, into the pleasant 60s, and by the time we get into our afternoon hours, upper 60s, lower 70s, a couple of showers might pop up, but overall we're going to stay rather dry throughout the course of our Sunday, and going into Sunday nights, another nice night is going to be in store for us. Not going to be looking at much in terms of rainfall. If any area that does see a bit of some rain showers is going to be near Mineral Point and could see less than 1/10 of an inch. So again, we're not going to be looking at much in terms of rainfall totals for us as we go throughout the next few days, which is great news because as we get into the holiday, we don't want to deal with rain. We want to deal with some sunshine, and that's exactly what's going to be in the forecast for us. So our three things that we're going to need to know: it's going to be mild into the 70s, some fog overnight tonight and for Sunday night, but it is going to be dry and sunny by the time we get into our Labor Day. Taking a look at our 10-day forecast, temperatures will start to warm back up by the time we get into mid part of next week, but outside of that, enjoy our holiday. Mid-70s, gotta love it, and plenty of sunshine throughout the next week. Looking at for a nice dry stretch and some pretty decent temperatures as we get into our first full week of September, McKenna.
Today's weather is just going to make us appreciate a nice Labor Day that much more.
I know, that's the best part about it. Grill weather.
That's the way. It's real weather, maybe one last boat weather. Good time to end it all.
You know, that just depresses me.
We still don't have our boat, but next summer.
Next summer. Hey, we can always play for that.
There you go. All right, thanks, Jolene. Well, the long-awaited return of Badger football is finally here. Jordan joins us in sports with an update on the score. Coming up next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Donate today.
It's the all-new Subway Series menu. 12 irresistible new subs. The most epic sandwich roster ever created. It's Subway's biggest refresh yet.
My wife and I worked hard for decades. We thought our retirement was secure.
But inflation is changing everything. Gas, groceries. It's hard for retirees on fixed incomes. But I'm even more worried about the debt we're leaving our grandchildren.
Senator Ron Johnson understands we must get spending under control.
And he's working to stop the waste in Washington.
Tell Senator Johnson to keep fighting for Wisconsin seniors and the next generation.
Research shows that people remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Look what I brought!
Liberty Mutual! They customize your home insurance!
So you only pay for what you need. Young people having a good time with insurance. Young people, good times, insurance.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Back to school is not what it used to be.
There are new safety concerns, new protocols, and lots of questions.
We can help you navigate some of those hurdles with our Back to School series.
Join us every morning starting at 6:30 a.m. only on News 3 Now this morning.
You get spring ball, summer, and then camp, and you kind of get tired of playing your guys after so long. So yeah, I know the guys are ready to play.
I'm thinking about it, at night I lose some sleep over it, just overexcitement about the first game.
And the moment has finally arrived. The Badgers under the lights at Camp Randall Stadium for their home opener against Illinois State. Now, after weeks of prep, it's clear that this squad is ready to show off the work that they've put in this offseason. Kickoff just happened a few minutes ago. It's scoreless right now, so be sure to tune in tonight at 10 for full highlights of the game. The 4th-ranked Warhawks open the season on the road. St. John's gets the best of Whitewater, winning 24-10. The Warhawks home opener is set for next Saturday against Mary Hardin Baylor. Kickoff from Perkins Stadium is at noon. 5 members of Badger Nation are suiting up for Team USA's semifinal match against undefeated Czechia. Team USA on it from the start, leading 3-0 in the first period when Hillary Knight goes back-to-back, giving the U.S. plenty of breathing room on the scoreboard. While closing out that first period is a shot by Jessie Kampfer, her first of the tourney. Team USA just keeps rolling in the third period. Future Badger Caroline Harvey nets one. United States wins 10-1, advancing to the gold medal game, and we'll play the winner of this game. Canada and Switzerland taking on one another in the later semifinal match. A pair of Badgers find the back of the net in that third period. Sarah Nurse on the power play makes it 6-1 Canada. Then Emily Clark is going to follow her lead. Canada punches its ticket to the gold medal game after an 8-1 win over Switzerland. The rematch between Canada and Team USA is set for tomorrow. Back-to-back losses put the Brewers 7.5 games out of first place in the NL Central. If they want to avoid digging a deeper hole, they're going to have to snap the 2-game skid they are riding. Game 3 of 4 against the Diamondbacks is set for tonight at 7:10. We're going to have more to come at 10.
Well, thank God that kickoff didn't get delayed. I think everyone is just waiting and waiting, and it's finally here, and that would kind of...
That would put a damper on things.
I was going to say it, and I was going to make a damp joke.
Damper. For me. Sorry.
Is that going to change?
Stole your thunder.
Is there a chance?
Stop with the puns, Jordan. Jeez. You sure you just want to do sports?
Hey,
you can
college
do weather
football's
too.
back. I'm on a roll, guys.
Let's get a comedy segment going. All right, Jolene, we got to know, though. Is it going to rain later?
Fair enough. It's looking to not rain for us, so that's great news for us. We have great weather for the Badger game, but outside of that, our holiday's looking pretty good as well, ladies.
All right, thanks, Jolene. Go Badgers. We'll see you back here at 10.